I'll be presenting my costume construction, proudly representing Troupe 89304. Okay, what did I design? A costume from Legally Blonde. This is from the scene Positive, from the character Ellie Woods. Where did I find the supplies? I made the tank top out of an old shirt. I made the pants out of an old doll dress, and a jacket out of an old doll dress. I reused all of these, so I saved a lot of money. Time period. It took about a week to make the jacket, 2 days to make the tank top, and 1 day to sew the pants. The process of this work. So first I made the jacket, and it took a long time because the thread was everywhere, and it was kind of hard to cut the dress, shape it the way I wanted it to. And here is the tank top. I don't know if you can see, it was really dark that day. And so I had a different doll tank top, and I just sewed my shirt pink cloth on top of it. Lastly, I sewed the pants, and here's the finished result. I have a video. Okay, thank you. Oh, shit, sorry. Thank you, and here is the doll and real life. Her hair is a little messy, but thank you.
Hello, my name is Haylee Blanco, and today I'll be performing 2 short selections. The first from The Audition by Don Zalitis, the second from They Chose Me by Michael Kobe. And I'm proudly representing Troupe 89304. What exactly are you looking for? I think I would do a better job of auditioning if I knew exactly what it was you're after. You know? Because I can do anything. I mean, not anything, but pretty close. Like if you wanted flirty and funny, I can do that. Or if you want me to be like all mean and everything, I can do that too. Or if it's like a really sad role, I cry just about every day. Not for any real reason, just for practice. I practice crying. In case it comes in handy sometime. You never know when you might need to cry. I'll stand in front of my mirror at home and I'll imagine my mom dying. But that usually doesn't work, so then I'll think about all the starving kids in Africa, and that doesn't make me cry either. But then I think about puppies, and they make me cry. I don't like hurting puppies or anything. Just puppies. I hate puppies. They're like, look at me, I'm so cute. Well, guess what? You're not cute. You're just a baby dog. That doesn't automatically make you cute. Personally, I think puppies are sellouts. I mean, try and turn on the TV and not see a puppy selling something. So, think about puppies, and then I cry. I can also burp on command. My folks don't match up with other parents, let alone me. I mean, they're both extremely tall. My mother's 6 feet, and she looks up, way up to my father. Still, so what if they're tall? They also have hearts as big as they come, which comes in handy because I often have nightmares and wake them at night. No, the nightmares aren't about giants, nothing like that. I dream about being left alone in the dark, with horrific sounds creeping up all around me. I think it's because there's no other way to say it. I was abandoned by my birth parents when I was less than a year old. But these parents, tall as they may be, they reach down to hug me and let me know everything will be okay. And they're around to comfort me anytime.
Hello, my name is Rita Houghton, and I will be performing Lifeboat from Heathers by Lawrence O'Keefe and Kevin Murphy. I proudly represent Troop 89304. I float in a boat in a raging black ocean, flow in the water and nowhere to go. The tiniest lifeboat, people I know. Cold, clammy and crowded, the people smell desperate, will sink any minute, so someone must go. The tiniest lifeboat, people I know. Everyone's pushing, everyone's fighting, storms are approaching, there's nowhere to hide. If I say the wrong thing, or I wear the wrong outfit, they'll throw me right over the side. I'm hugging my knees, and the captain is pointing. Well, who made her captain? Still, the weakest must go. The tiniest lifeboat, full of people I know. Tiniest lifeboat, full of people I know.
Hi, my name's Rinnah, and my name's Rinnah Abeba, and today I will be presenting my scene design. I proudly represent Troupe 89,304. I'm gonna start off with the questions, then move on to the actual poster thing. And yeah, so I chose scene design because I like building things and I like designing little so the play that I chose is called Cinema Limbo. In summary, it's basically just like two movie theater employees to be specific. One is Joshua and the other is Vicky. Joshua is new and he has to be trained by Vicky. Vicky happens to explain the job really quickly, and then Vicky gets bored. And then as they talk more and more, Joshua and Vicky realize they have a mutual connection in Stuart, the nerdy employee at the theater. So then that's basically all. And then as for why I chose this play is because I like the big bright colors of movie theaters, and it's just interesting to imagine. I don't know how to it's just interesting to design and such. Yeah. Okay, so, oh yeah, also, I chose, oh yeah, okay, so, I don't know if I already explained Stuart, but Stuart is basically just the nerdy employee. Vicky's connection to him is, basically just, she takes interest in guys like, nerds and such, and yeah. It doesn't say Joshua's connection to Stuart, but yeah. So I'm gonna move on to my actual poster thing. Here's what it looks like. It's very yeah. So I didn't, for the floor plan, I wasn't sure if I had to do the floor plan of the stage itself, or just the floor plan of the actual location. So I did both. So here is the one of the stage. I don't know if you can read it, probably not since it's flipped. So here is, right here it says stage, and this is like the stage where people perform and stuff. And then right here are the hallways. Here and here are the hallways where people move locations, where other, so basically like shortcuts so they don't have to walk all the way around. Here, you probably can't read that, but here is the dressing room where people change out of costumes and such. Right here are props where you keep extra props, or like if you're switching locations on the stage, you just switch and you keep the excess props in here. Here is like break room where the like the crew and the actors that are on stage, they just hang out here. And then yeah. Oh yeah. In real life, this is where the audience would be, because they need to see the stage and not the things behind it and such. So here would be where the audience would sit. Yeah. Okay. So here's the actual. Here is the actual, like. Here is the floor plan of the theater. So these little these little dashes are just doors and entrances and exits for the customers and like people that work here and such. So here is this little square thing is just a bathroom. Here is the store and such where you buy things, whether it be food or merchandise or such. And then you walk through here, through this and this, and then here is where you check, the employees check your ticket. And this little line is basically like a door. You walk in, you pick a seat. And then here are the seats. There are throw rows, obviously. And then here is the screen. And yeah. Okay. So, here is the outside. This is the model part of the thing. So here is the outside. Yeah. So these little orange lines are basically movie posters. They show you what's inside the movie theater, what is going to be outside, and what's going to be inside the movie theater, and like movies and stuff like that. Anyway, and also upcoming events that are in movie theaters. And then here, I don't know if you can see it very well because it's kind of bright. So here is the little pink things are basically just lights. So like at nighttime people can see and it's all colorful and things. Here are also some more lights. In the middle is supposed to be what the movie theater is called. I couldn't find the name of the movie theater, so I just wrote cinema. And then that's the model part of the outside. And then the inside itself is, in the middle, I'm not sure if you can see on here, but I'll try to show. It just says Cinema Limbo, which once again is just the title of the thing, of the play. And yeah, here is the inside of the point. Here is the inside as a point of view of like the customer. So you walk inside, obviously, and then you have all these options. You can go here into the concession stands, and I don't know if you can read that, but it's just a combo meal. It's just a combo deal with a drink, a hot dog, and a little popcorn. And then here is, in the purple right here, is just the menu, which you order things and they're typically overpriced because it's a movie theater. And then here is another combo deal, which is pretty similar to the other one, except it doesn't have a hot dog. Here is the popcorn machines. Here's the slushies. Here are the lines. And then you try to dodge the lines and you just walk. And then you, here are the bathrooms. And then here are the people, here's the employees that check your tickets. And then they check it, you give them your ticket, they check it, and they give you like 30 glasses if necessary. And then, yeah, so I don't know if you can see that, but right here is just like a post, one of those like stand-up things where you take a poster, where one of those stand-up poster things where you take photos with it and such, and then it says coming soon at the bottom. It looks like it's about aliens, I believe. Anyway, so you take photos here, and then you walk through this little door thing, and then here you are at.
Hello, my name is Peyton Wagner. And I'm Natalie Martinez. And today we'll be performing a short selection from Baby Giraffe by Caitlyn. We proudly represent Troupe 89304. God, I'm so stupid. I actually thought you wanted to spend time with me. Reconnect. I can't even remember the last time you asked me to do something. Anything with you.
You're away at school. 12 hours away. You're busy. You made that super clear. I'm not going to bother you.
Come on, Maia. Even when I'm home, I barely see you. And I had to hear from Dad that Elena sent that letter to the adoptions agency asking to contact you. I mean, that didn't warrant a phone call?
Nina, don't blame me if you don't talk more. You're the one who ran halfway across the country and left me to fend for myself. From the moment Dad told you I was in contact with Elena, you made it incredibly clear that you want no part of it.
I'm just trying to protect you, Maia. It's been 4 months since you got that first letter. It's all happening way too fast. I just don't want you to get hurt.
Nina, I know you think you always are going to handle crap, but in this case, you have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, your track record for handling things isn't so great.
I'm aware. Everyone's aware.
So maybe you should listen to me?
Nina, you're the smart one, the one who's never got in trouble. You have no idea what it's like growing up in a family, feel like an outsider. You can't possibly understand what I'm going through right now.
I do understand it. I get being curious. I get wanting to know about her. I get the importance of finding out your family history. But I don't think you've thought this through. I mean, where's this headed, Maia?
I'm not having this conversation with you right now.
Because you don't have an answer.
Yes, I do.
And?
A lot of it depends on how today goes. But I hope I'm here. We like each other. We could be friends.
What exactly does that look like?
Why do you care?
Maia, I care because Elena sent you that letter right after Mom died. I think you're going through a lot, and maybe she put some ideas in your head.
That's ridiculous and paranoid.
Don't you think it's a little manipulative that your birth mother wants a relationship with you right after your adopted mother dies?
Can't know Mama just died.
Because she found out soon enough and she should have backed off. Look,
You don't actually know her that well. You don't know what her intentions are. Just let me come with you so someone objective can assess the situation. You're hardly objective. More than you. You're not coming in there with me. Why? Because I don't want you to mess things up for me. What do you mean? Looking at your feelings, mumbling out are threatening a secret. So what actually was this wall? Maybe you can't understand that. I understand it. She wants to get to know me, take her to her favorite restaurant. Maybe I'll meet some of her family if I'm up for it. Now that will happen to be barred in there and scared off. Lena, I'm sorry. Send her in there with the family. No, I told her maybe. I said we'll see how it goes, but I know it's a lot for you and that's not what you're expecting, so I don't think you should go in there with me.
Hello, Vinci. And my name is Hope Valdez, and today we're going to be performing Breaking Free from High School Musical. We are proudly representing Troupe 89304.
and today I will be performing The Lamest Place in the World from 13 the Musical. I am proudly representing Troupe 89304.
I'm sorry, but your choices are like my life here. Limited. Let's see. Down the road, there's a Dairy Queen. Up the block, there's a Walmart.
Learn to slam on the brake before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I leave with the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare. No slipping up if you slip away. So I got nothing to share. No, I got nothing to say. Step out of the sun because step out of the sun because on the outside, always looking in. Will I ever be more than I've always been? Cause I'm tapping on the glass. I'm waving through the window. I try to speak, but nobody can hear. So I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass. I'm waving through the window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? We start with the stars, right? We start believing that we're wrong, but everything else is right, and no one tells her you went wrong. Step out of the sun because step out of the sun because on the outside, always looking in. Ever be more than I've always been. Cause I'm tapping on the glass. Waving through the window. I try to sleep, but nobody can. Wait around for an answer to a game. Watching people pass. Waving through the window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving from the forest? There's nobody around. Do you ever really cry? So you make a sound. When you fall in the forest, there's nobody around. Do you ever really cry? So you make a sound. When you fall in the forest and there's nobody around. Do you ever really crash or do you make a sound? When you fall in the forest and there's nobody around. Do you ever really crash or you make a sound? Make a sound, it's like you never made a sound. Did I ever make a sound? On the outside, always looking in your eyes. Ever be more than I've always been. Cause you tapping on the glass. Waving through the window. I try to sleep, but nobody can hear. So I wait around for an answer to a beat while we watching people pass. Waving through the window. anybody is anybody waving, waving, waving? Whoa, whoa.
Hello, I'm Mateo Flores, and today I will be presenting my stage management role for the Thespy Rewards thing. And I will proudly present Troupe 89304. In Scene 1, we have the light cue in to the narrator talking, and they give us some interesting information about both the families and how they're in like a constant battle. In the second scene, Romeo's family is asking where Romeo is. So his friend goes and looks for him. And then after that is done, let's cue out and cut to the third scene, which is at Juliet's house. And Juliet's nurse has to get Juliet ready, and in this scene, Juliet takes a shower, so I thought we could have running water effects in the background. So later, there is a part where Juliet and her mom get into a fight, and Juliet slams the door. So I thought it would be a good idea for them to add a sound effect of a door slamming, so it makes it seem more realistic. And then the lights turn off, and we cut to another scene where it is Romeo and his friend, and Romeo gets invited to a costume party at Juliet's house. And then they leave, and Romeo gets ready for the costume party. In Scene 5, we cut to Scene 5 with lights on and off, and the party has begun. And this is where Romeo meets Juliet, and Juliet's cousin, Tybalt, sees Romeo hanging out with Juliet and gets really mad and storms off. And in this area, Juliet and Romeo meet at a little group of water bottles, so I thought it would be a good idea to have water bottles, a bunch of water bottles on a table, so that's where they would meet. And then later, Romeo's friend realizes that Romeo was talking to Juliet and they should get out of there, so they do. And we cut to the next scene, where it's after the party, where Juliet is on her balcony, and then she hears Romeo talking to her, and they decide to get married. In the next scene, we cut to the next scene, and Tybalt and Romeo's friend get into an argument about the fact that Romeo was hanging out with Juliet, so they make a time and a place. And in the next scene, Romeo sees the local priest, Friar Lawrence, and he asks him if he would marry him, or Romeo and Juliet. So he agrees, and then he goes to Denny's to tell Juliet's nurse. In the next scene, they get married and everything. So after that, they are married and everything, and then Tybalt and Romeo's friend get into a fight, and a prop idea for here is knives, since there's multiple knives in this story, so I decided to put them down as a prop. And Romeo's friend gets stabbed, and then Romeo gets really mad in the next scene, I'm pretty sure. Later in this scene, he gets really mad and stabs Tybalt. So he has to run away and try to get away from the police and the law enforcement. So in the next scene, Juliet's parents are about to tell Juliet, and she gets all like distressed because her husband killed a man that was also her cousin. So in the next scene, we see Friar Lawrence and Juliet talk, and I thought a good idea for the scene, well, prop idea for the scene would be a potion vial, like a vial in general. So later, whenever they are talking, Juliet will drink the potion and then fake being dead. Next scene, Romeo gets word from Friar Lawrence, or doesn't get word, and his friend is said, "Hey, Juliet's dead," and then Romeo goes back over there in the next scene and asks a poison seller to buy poison, the strongest poison he got. So later, in the next scene, Romeo drinks the poison, and then Juliet wakes up and notices Romeo is dead. So she also drinks the poison. And a prop idea for like the last few scenes was a poison vial, so they could drink it, and then they both die, and it's supposed to be very romantic. And that's all from me.
Hello, my name is Mia Scott, and today I will be singing Words Fail from Dear Evan Hansen. I am proudly representing Troupe 89304.
I never meant to make it such a mess. I never thought that it would go this far. So I just stand here, sorry, searching for something to say. Something to say. Words fail. There's nothing I can say. I thought I could be part of this. I never had this kind of thing before. I never had that perfect girl who somehow could see the good part of me. I never had the dad who stuck it out. No corny jokes or baseball gloves. No mom who just was there, 'cause mom was all that she had to be. That's not a worthy explanation. I know there is none. Nothing can make sense of all these things I've done. Words fail, there's nothing I can say, except sometimes you see everything you wanted, and sometimes you see everything you wish you had, and it's right there in front of you, and you want to believe it's true, so you make it true. You think maybe everybody wants it, it needs it a little bit too. This was just a sad invention. It wasn't real, I know. But we were happy. I guess I couldn't give that up. I guess I couldn't let that go. I guess I wanted to believe. If I just believe, then I don't have to see what's really there. No, I'd rather pretend I'm something better than these broken parts. Pretend I'm something other than this mess that I am. 'Cause then I don't have to look at it, and no one gets to look at it. No one can really see. 'Cause I've learned to slam on the brake before I even turn the key. Before I make the mistake, before I leave with the worst of me, I never let them see the worst of me. 'Cause what if everyone saw? What if everyone knew? Would they like what they saw? Or would they hate it too? Will I just keep on running away from what's true? All I ever do is run. So how do I step into the sun? Step into the sun. And scene! Fun times. Thank you for watching my performance. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope I did well. Thank you. Life in quarantine sucks.
Hello, my name is Maia, Peyton.
And my name is Graci.
Today we will be performing a scene from Baby Giraffe by Kaylen Wilcox.
We are proudly representing Troupe 89304.
Gosh, I'm so stupid. I just thought you wanted to spend time with me, reconnect. I can't even remember the last time you asked me to do something. Anything with you.
Okay, Nina, you're away at school, 12 hours away. You're busy. You made that super clear. So I'm not gonna bother you.
Come on, Maya. We want to have a Kelly see you. I had to hear from Dad that Elena sent that letter to the adoption agency asking to contact you. I mean, and you want a phone call?
Nina, do not blame me that we don't talk anymore. You're the one who ran halfway across the country and left me to fend for myself. From the very beginning, from the moment that Dad told you that I was in contact with Elena, you've made it incredibly clear that you just want no part of it.
I'm just trying to protect you, Maya. It's 4 months since you got that letter. It's all happening just way too fast. I just don't want you to get hurt.
Hey, Nina, I know you think you always know the right way to handle these situations, but in this case, you have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, your track record for handling things isn't so great.
I'm aware. Everyone's aware.
So, maybe you should listen to me.
Hey, look, Nina, you're the smart one, and you're the one who never got in trouble. You have no idea what it's like to grow up in a family feeling like an outsider. Okay, you can't possibly understand what I'm going through right now.
I do understand it. I get being curious. I get wanting to know about her. I get the importance of finding out your family history. But I do not think you thought was true. I mean, where's the head, Maya?
I'm not having this conversation with you right now.
You have an answer.
Yes, I do.
And?
And a lot of it depends on today. But I hope I can meet her and we can like each other and maybe like be friends, you know?
What exactly does that look like?
Why do you care?
I care because Elena sent you that letter right after Mum died. I think you were going through a lot and she maybe put some ideas in your head.
Okay, that's ridiculous and paranoid.
Don't you think it's a little manipulative that your birth mother finally wants a relationship with you right after your adopted mother dies?
Well, I mean, she didn't know that Mom had just died.
But she found out soon enough and she should have backed off. Look, you don't exactly know her that well. You don't know what her intentions are. Just please let me go in there with you so some objective can assess the situation.
You're hardly objective.
More than you.
Look, Nina, you're not going in there with me.
Why?
Because I don't want you to mess this up for me.
What do you mean?
Look, Nina, your feelings about Elena, they aren't exactly a secret.
So?
So, I actually want this to go well. Maybe you just can't understand that.
I understand it.
She wants to take me to dinner. Take me to her favorite restaurant. Maybe even meet some of her family. If I'm up for it. But Nina, none of that's gonna happen if you barge in there and scare her off. I really am sorry.
Did you even mention this something with the family?
No, I told her maybe. I said we'll see how it goes. But I know that's probably a lot for you, and it's not what you're expecting, so I really don't think you should go in.
My name is Logan Younger.
And I'm Emily Clements, and we're performing a scene from Cinderella in Buttons by Gavin Miller.
And our troupe number is 89304. Enjoy! Who are you? What do you want?
It is I.
I had no idea, Your Majesty. Please forgive my rudeness.
You are excused. Now get out of the way and let me in.
The footman would usually answer the door, but he sleeps so soundly. He's not a young man, you see, but he's the best we could find. Frederick! Frederick!
Be quiet! It may have escaped your notice, but I was banished on pain of death. I hardly think waking the servant is such a good idea.
But I thought with Rudolph finishing his punishment that you'd be free to return.
Oh no, the king was quite adamant about that. Banished for life.
Then surely it's dangerous for you to be here.
How perceptive of you.
Then why did you come?
Being in exile was driving me mad. Just imagine an entire year spent with your relatives. They used to talk about me in hushed whispers. Yes, that's the one, too big for her boots if you ask me. Well, I'll show them.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty, but I don't quite understand.
My banishment was for life, by proclamation of the king. Well, life cuts both ways, either my life or his. But once my son is on the throne, I shall return in triumph. Then they can laugh at me, if they dare.
But I don't quite see what you mean. The king's in excellent health.
Well, we may have to do something about that.
Your Majesty, that would be treason.
I've done worse in my lifetime. A little poison here, a little dagger there. It all helps the ship of state glide more smoothly in a sea of troubles.
But Your Majesty, to kill your own husband would be horrible.
Don't talk nonsense.
And you would never get near him without being arrested.
That is where you come in.
Me, Your Majesty, what have I got to do with it?
You are going to poison my husband for me.
Why should I? I have no grievance against the king.
Well, for one thing, he gave half of the kingdom to that spoiled brat of a sister of yours.
Hardly a reason for murder, surely.
And it would make me very happy. And if I'm happy, my son might be very grateful.
Go on.
I promise that if you help me to kill the king, my son will marry you as a reward. Hail Queen Griselda. How does that sound?
What makes you think he would marry me?
He is my son after all. He knows better than to cross me.
This is a lot to think about.
You must decide now. Here is the poison. Slipped into a little red wine is quite undetectable. There is no harm to you, and my son and I will be in your debt.
What about Cinderella?
Poison her too? No, I've thought of that. Her and that darn Buttons are too popular. A nasty revelation followed by a public trial should do the trick. She isn't Princess Anne-Marie. Any fool can see that. The senile ravings of a demented king shortly before his death. Once she has been exposed as a fraud, we can have a nice little execution. Decapitation is my preference, but I leave the final choice up to you.
You've thought of everything.
So will you do it?
I don't see how I could do anything else. Your Majesty's displeasure so often proves fatal.
Excellent. We understand each other. Now I must get going before I am discovered.
What am I going to do? Drusilla!
Hello, my name is Jackson Fluke.
And my name is Jacob Hill.
And we'll be performing part of A Christmas Angel of Marfa, Texas. We are representing Troop 89304.
No, what do you do? Bundle merges? Hostile takeovers?
No, I'm in the cookie sector. You know, Levy Lemons, Brown Sugars, that's me.
You work for Grandma Daisy?
I am Grandma Daisy.
You're pulling my leg.
No, I'm not. Craig Heath, CEO.
Why didn't you say so, Grandma Daisy?
I didn't know you were such a fan.
Man, you saved my life when mine left me 2 years ago. I ate box after box of those things. Who's the broad on the outside? Your mother?
Nobody, just a drawing. We were gonna go with a picture of my mother, but she tested unsympathetic with focus groups.
That's cold, man.
No, they were right. We had to go with an image that was a little more...
traditional?
Yeah.
What's your suit size? 48 long?
46.
If you say so. Okay, Craigo. I can't make you the angel, but there is one scene that in the nativity scene that I still have to fill. Would at least get you into the ceremony so the missus could see you. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
The role's official sponsor. Underwrite the entrance, the whole deal. Then you'll really be this town's angel every year.
Sure.
And send me a few boxes of those It's Only Pecan roll year round. Can you do that?
I can. You're not worried about the influence of corporate money, are you?
I am very concerned, but this is the influence of corporate cookies. That I can't allow. Do we have a deal?
Where does the corporate sponsor fit into the nativity scene?
Far right of the Holy Family. When I was growing up, that's where my family always put the donkey. Alright, follow me. Let's work on your ears.
Hey, Luther. Thank you.
Thank you, Grandma Daisy, and have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
My name is Jabin Gregory.
And I'm Hunter Hughes.
I'm Simon.
And I'm Milo.
And that means Chandler.
And today, we proudly represent Troop 89304. And we will also be playing The Boys Next Door, written by Tom Griffith. So, Arnold, when we last talked about the planet Xenon, you mentioned something about rugs?
Rugs! I forgot the rugs! Thanks for reminding me. This is important.
And eggs! I'm sick of eggs! Eggs stick!
Is he big head with the rugs or what?
Eggs come out of chickens.
Is he big head with the rugs or is it just me? If it's just me, I'm not telling. Take it or leave it.
Sometimes the suns get so big you can't see nothing the same.
Ooh, let me see.
And we're in it.
You can't see nothing.
Remember this in the rugs? Fine. Remember this in the rugs? Fine. I'll be in my room thinking about the rugs. If anyone wants to ask me about the rugs, they'll be in for a big surprise.
Oh boy, Elisha. Oh boy.
When we moved to Russia, do you think with me with my roommate who says, oh boy all the time, I
an American will say, "Nick, Nick, Nick, Nick."
Oh boy, what's new? Oh boy, new. What's new?
I'm taking these. Cut him ahead and find him, bro. That's what I said.
I quit. You can't quit, Norman. You have to do your chores. But you can go take a break. Go on, take a break. I'm taking a break.
Maybe think about the rugs.
Who's that sing checks?
Quiet down out there. Doing merchandising.
We got no trees.
Who's that sing checks?
Jack?
Yeah?
It's Sailor. Can she come over to see my cat?
That's a tricky one, Norman. I'll think about it.
Please, Jack. Please.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My name is Zackary Chandler, and I will be performing 2 monologues, one from the selection The Audition by Don Zelitis, and the second one, The American Dream by Juan Ramirez Jr. Oh, what exactly are you looking for? I feel like I'd do a better job of auditioning if you told me what exactly it was you were after, you know? Like, if I can do pretty much anything. I mean, not everything, but pretty close. If you need me for like a flirty and funny role, I can do that. Or if you need me to be all mean and serious and everything, I can do that. Or if you need me for like a really sad role, I cry just about every day. For practice, I practice crying. Not for any real reason, just in case it might come in handy someday. You never know when you might need to cry. So what I do, I stand in front of my mirror at my house and I try to imagine my mom dying. That doesn't work. But then I try to imagine all the starving little kids in Africa, and that doesn't work either. And then I just think about puppies. Not like hurting them or anything, just puppies. They're always looking at you like, look at me, I'm so cute. Well, you're not cute. Just because you're a baby dog doesn't automatically make you cute. And personally, I think puppies are sellouts. I mean, try to turn on the TV and not see puppies selling something. That'd be impressive. So anyways, I think about puppies and that makes me cry. I can also burp on command. I don't have dreams, but when I do, they're always nightmares. I sit in an pit of an infinite amount of skulls. I don't feel anything, no pain, anger, sadness, or happiness. Nothing makes sense, and yet it doesn't have to. Destiny is had and life is fulfilled. What is the meaning in life? Seriously. Happiness is a fleeting moment. Money? That's pathetic. Our passions won't change anyone or anything. Love. We have no choice but to abandon them, and they'll do the same. God. He better not exist, because if he does, well, me and the others are raging a war, and we'll break down those gates. What happens after you die? Maybe God's got us something better. I've got to get myself a delusion.
Hi, I'm Camryn. And I'm Caitlyn. And today we are performing Proof by David Almore and proudly presenting Troupe 89304. He should acknowledge what you do. And I know the reason why he's finally said something about it. It's because I said he deserves some extra credit. Thanks, but I think he respects what I do already. He should respect you, and I know the reason why he's finally said something about it. It's because I think, because you're an attractive woman, that he still uses you for window dressing. Especially when working for a woman like me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, if that's the case, Jim's a jerk. I know that, and I know you know that. But I think you still have a lot of anger on the situation, and sometimes it really shows. I don't mean to show it. Look, I like you regardless of what you think. I think you're really talented, and I love working with you. And I enjoy working with you too. Great. That's why I'm keep things clear between us, especially when working for my Jim. No, I agree. Absolutely. Tom Alberry there. Mim, I got Danny on the line. You want to conference me in? I can handle it. Thank you, but I really enjoyed talking to you. Thank you for being so honest with me, and thank you for hearing me. Talk later? Sure.
Sitting here all alone on a throne in a palace that I happen to own. Bring me some pheasant, keep it on the bone. Fill my goblet up to the brim, sipping on mead and I spill it on my dress with the gold lace trim. Not very prim and proper, can't make me stop. I wanna go hunting any takers. I'm not fake 'cause I've got acres and acres paid for with my own riches.
Puppies.
Riches. Every day, head back for a round of croquet, 'cause I'm a player. And tomorrow, I'll hit replay. You said that I tricked ya, 'cause I didn't look like my profile picture. Too bad I don't agree. So I'm gonna hang it up for everyone to see. And you can't stop me, 'cause I'm the queen of the castle. Get down, you dirty rascal, get down.
I'm Elisha Gilman.
I'm Luke Woodley.
I'm Aida Zackary. I'm Isabella Costa.
We will be performing the scene from A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare.
We are representing Troupe 89304.
Torturing you.
Because to Hermia, you're untrue.
I know Joshua went to her, I swore.
For none of my mind when you give her over.
Demetrius loves her. He loves you not.
Divine and perfect Helen, let me kiss the lilies of thine to see my love.
Me? I see that all you've been said against me is arrogant. Do you not hate me because I know you do? But you must do understand to want me too? If you were a man you seem to be, you would not torture me so heartlessly.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love her. This I know, you know.
Last night, keep me from her. I love her, all love is gone.
Never did man torment a lady so, but here she comes to cause all my woe. Thou art not my I like singer sound. My dear, I think it runs by sound.
Why seekest thou me? Could not make thee know. The bearer I hate, the love thee so.
You know as you think, it cannot be. Hurry thou here to torture me. Oh, faithless Hermia, most ungrateful friend. Suppose any love must end? You're saying what we mean by this. Have you not set lies in here to mock me, and not enjoy Demetrius out of insults to my injuries? But since you have no pity, fare you well.
Stay, gentle Helena.
Sweet Helen, stay.
Helen, I love thee. By my life I do.
I love you, for the king, I swear it.
Lysander, tell me, pray, what means all of this?
I hate you, Hermia, with all my heart.
Hate me? What for? Am I not Hermia as lovely as when you loved me last?
'Tis I love at first, 'tis I love at last.
Ah, me, you thief of love. You came by night to steal his very heart away from him. Oh, shame, my little friend. Your little friend? Ha, I see it now. You're making sport of me because you're taller of the two. How small am I, you painted maypole? Speak, how small am I? That I am not yet so small but that my nails can reach into your eyes. Aha, she's angry. Remember me. She was a victim when she went to school, but though she's a little, she is fierce. Little again, I will teach you not to taunt me.
Stop running, get gone, you dwarf.
What right do you think to take my hound's part?
A lover's right.
But I...
Then let us join in the fight to see who has that right.
Valkyrian, I will not trust you. I no longer serve your trust company. Your hands are mine as a different thing. For longer, those run away. I'm amazed and know not what to say.
Hello, my name is Bella, Andraya, Aidan, and we today are performing in a scene from Another Saturday Night by Alan Lowe, and we represent Troupe 8904.
Lovely tea, Brenda. I love Frankfurt and beans.
I just wish we could feel really every day, Arnie. I do hate to have to make do.
We don't have to make you admit it. Plenty of people fall worse than us now. How many young reporters we got bulletins every year?
Oh, I know you're right. We should be grateful. It was much worse just after the war. Everything on ration.
I'm just grateful our Carol won't have to go through the things that we went through. Though, sometimes, I don't think she knows how lucky she is.
I don't think any youngster today realizes how lucky we are. All they seem to care about is having a good time and listening to that awful noise they call music.
Still, it's like on the wall, so our kids could be free to do what they want. We don't want to the Nazis have one.
Where are you off to, love? Just out, champing home. I do hope you're not going out with that James Simpson lad again. You can do a lot better. Come on. Why am I going to the pictures? He likes the same kind of films I do. And what kind are they? Fell bad language and such, I suppose? No, you have to be 16 to do that sort of stuff. And anyway, we don't want to watch that sort of stuff. Last week we saw West Side Story. It was like a modern day Romeo and Juliet.
What do you see tonight then? Are they bad?
Don't be silly, Daddy. We're going to see Elsa, Charles Heston, and Sophia Loren.
Hell, sis, that's the devil's from to me.
You know very well what spells Elsa. You're the one who came out to me the other day.
Just kidding, love. Your mom is right. You got her in that Simpson lad. Charles Wackworth was on set the other day that I sent an invite you, but you turned him down.
Charles Wackworth? He owns a big engineering firm, and you rejected his son? How could you do such a silly thing? Because I'm going out with James, I couldn't do time. And anyway, James has got big plans. He wants to go into college to get his A-levels. College? University? More like Bristol. No one off that state ever made anything off of their lives. Half of them are on the dole, and the other half are a bunch of thieves.
So, no, Brenda. A lot of men that live in the UK work for me in the factory.
Not with you, Fred. For you. The foreman, not a laborer. Well, James isn't going to work at the factory. He's going to the city to be high five. The only way people high flies from the end of the road.
They go too far, Brenda. But your mother's right. Love, he's not our source. He never will be. He only dragged down between seeing him.
I can't believe you turned down Charles Wadsworth's son. You would want for nothing to be part of that family.
For God's sake, Brenda, there are only kids. Girls very 15 year old men grow up.
I was only 17 when I met you.
But we didn't have any options.
It's okay, Mom. I'm not going to get married.
Don't be so cheeky, young lady. I married your mother because I loved her.
Sorry, Daddy. I didn't mean to be disrespectful.
Apology accepted. But I'm not going to say in the future. Well, we only have our best interests at heart. We know how it is when money gets tight. You may think you live on love, but I can tell you, love doesn't put a roof over your head, it's put in your belly. Of course, but remember what me and your mom said. If you want to make us happy, you'll end it with James and find someone with a bit more money in the future for them.
Yes. Think about it, love. Don't waste your life on a lad like James Simpson. In the end, you will live to regret it.
Yes, love, you're a talented girl. You have some proper thought. You know deep down your mom and I are right.
I suppose. Can I go now?
My name is Hannah Owen.
Hi, my name is Laci Parsons.
Hi, I'm Esther Purcell.
Hi, I'm Arbor Mejia, and today we'll be performing a short selection from Little Women by Sarah Spencer, and we are proudly representing Troupe 8930.
happened to Joe?
No, dear. Nothing worse than one of her usual scenes with Aunt March.
May, you know how much Joe hates to ask a favor of anyone, especially Aunt March.
Well, when your father's sick in the hospital and your mother needs the money to stay in Washington so she can take care of him, it's time you came down off your high horse and asked a favor back.
Joe did, my dear. As soon as we read Mommy's letter, she put her pride in her pocket and went straight off to Aunt March.
We should have gone with her.
I wanted to go, but Joe wouldn't hear to it. Said she was the man of this family and it was her business to provide for us.
Guys, what if Aunt March won't even give her the money?
She could be so cruel.
Don't mention such a thing.
I'm just saying. Joe has a very unfortunate way with her.
You're out of sorts today, Amy.
Well, who wouldn't be? Last night, Lori came over to take Joe to the theater, and it was a play I begged her to see. I even offered to pay out of my own rag money, and she wouldn't hear to it.
It wouldn't have been polite for you to go when you weren't invited.
If Joe had just taken a little trouble, maybe I would have been.
Amy, dear, you shouldn't be mad with Joe about that.
I was angry with her, Beth, and I still am!
Hello, everybody.
Oh, there she is, Joe, dear.
Joe, we've been worried about you. Have you had a bad time?
Did you get the money?
There. Never say this family doesn't have a breadwinner.
Joe! What did you do to hypnotize Aunt March?
Aunt March, my eye. We're independent of Aunt March, my lady. That's my contribution to the cause.
Joe, where did you get it? I hope you haven't done anything rash, dear.
It's mine. Honestly, I didn't beg, borrow, or steal it. I only sold what was my own.
Joe! Your hair! Your beautiful hair!
Joe, how could you?
You're one beauty!
Joe, darling, you're magnificent.
She doesn't look like my Joe anymore, but I love her dearly for it.
It doesn't affect the fate of a nation, Beth, so don't go railing about it. Besides, it'll be good for my vanity. It'll cool my brain. I'm satisfied.
But I'm not, Joe. I know how willingly you sacrificed your vanity, as you call it, for your love, but, oh, Joe, I would have gone on my knees to Aunt March before I let you cut your hair. You'll regret it, Joe.
Oh, no, I won't.
What even made you do it?
Well, I was bound to do something for Father, and I would have sold the nose off my face if he would have taken it. And I was walking by a barber's window when I saw a tail of hair marketed for $40, not nearly so thick as mine. So I went in and asked what they would give for it.
I don't see how you dared.
Well, he was a little man who looked as if he only lived to oil his hair. He was hesitant at first, said it wasn't the most fashionable color, but when I told him the cause, his wife said, "Take it, Thomas," and obliged the young lady. And he did. He did.
Didn't you feel dreadful when the first cut came?
Well, I did feel queer when I saw the dear old hair laid out on the table. It almost seemed as if I had an armor like a